The stories of the Qur'an, the miraculous journey of Musa, Moses, Alayhi, as-salam, as-salamu, alaikum, and welcome to Sufi Essence. The Qur'an is not just a book of laws and guidance, it is a tapestry woven with the most profound stories ever told. And among these stories, none is more frequently mentioned or more powerfully detailed than that of Prophet Musa Moses, peace be upon him. His Alayhi as-salam life is a monumental saga of faith, defiance against tyranny, and the incredible manifestation of Allah's power. It is a story that resonates with every human heart, a timeless narrative of a single man standing against a powerful empire, armed with nothing but unshakable trust in his Creator. Today, in this extended script, we will journey through the life of Prophet Musa Alayhi as-salam. We will witness his miraculous birth, his confrontation with the arrogant Pharaoh, his escape through a divided sea, and the profound lessons of patience and perseverance that define his legacy. The story of Musa is a spiritual mirror, reflecting the eternal struggle between truth and falsehood, and teaching us that with Allah, nothing is impossible. Part 1. The miraculous birth and rescue from tyranny. Our story begins in the land of Egypt, under the tyrannical rule of Pharaoh. Consumed by arrogance and fear, he declared himself a god and issued a cruel decree. Every newborn male child of the Israelites was to be slain. It was in this climate of fear and oppression that Musa's mother received a divine inspiration, a moment of profound trust and surrender. Allah commanded her to do the unthinkable, place her newborn son in a basket and cast him into the river Nile, promising to return him to her. With a heart torn between fear and absolute faith, she obeyed. The basket drifted down the river, a tiny vessel carrying the fate of a nation, until it was discovered by Pharaoh's own household. The very tyrant who sought to kill the child ended up raising him in his own palace. Through the miraculous will of Allah, Pharaoh's wife, Asiya, developed an immediate love for the child, convincing her husband to spare his life. This act of divine irony ensured that Musa would be raised in the very home of his greatest enemy, completely protected and guided by Allah until the time of his prophethood arrived. And just as Allah had promised, he was reunited with his mother, who was brought into the palace as his nurse. Part 2. From humble shepherd to the voice of Allah years later. Musa Alayhi as-salam, a young man of strength and character, fled Egypt after a tragic incident where he accidentally killed a man, embarked on a long and arduous journey through the desert, eventually finding refuge in the land of Midian. Here he met the Prophet Jethro Alayhi as-salam, married his daughter, and settled into a life of simplicity as a humble shepherd for 10 years. This period of quiet solitude was a divine preparation, where he learned patience, humility, and the skills of leadership that would one day be needed to guide a nation. The turning point came on a cold night at the foot of Mount Sinai, as he was searching for warmth. Musa Alayhi as-salam saw a burning bush, but to his astonishment, the bush did not burn. From it, a voice called out, an ethereal sound that was not of this world. It was Allah speaking directly to him. This was the first revelation where Musa was entrusted with the momentous task of prophethood. Allah gave him two profound miracles: his staff, which could transform into a serpent, and his hand, which would shine with a brilliant light, and commanded him to return to Egypt and confront the tyrant who would become a living curse upon his people. Part 3. The confrontation and the plagues. Musa Alayhi as-salam returned to Egypt, accompanied by his brother Harun, whom Allah had made a prophet to assist him. The brothers stood before Pharaoh, a king accustomed to absolute power and arrogance, and delivered their message: worship Allah alone and free the Israelites from slavery. Pharaoh, filled with disbelief and scorn, demanded proof. Musa Alayhi as-salam then performed the first signs. He, Alayhi as-salam, cast his staff, and it transformed into a terrifying serpent, swallowing the illusions of Pharaoh's court magicians. He, Alayhi as-salam, then drew his hand from his pocket, and it glowed with a brilliant, pure light, blinding all who saw it.
Pharaoh,
in his arrogance, dismissed these miracles as mere magic. In response, Allah sent a series of devastating plagues upon Egypt, including the transformation of the Nile into blood, the overwhelming infestation of frogs, locusts, and lice, and a plague of utter darkness. These signs were meant to break Pharaoh's pride and show him the absolute power of Allah. But his heart remained hardened, and he refused to submit. Part 4. The Miraculous Escape and the Final Lesson. The final command came to Musa as-salam: gather the Israelites and flee Egypt under the cover of night. Pharaoh, enraged by their escape, pursued them with his entire army. The Israelites, trapped between the vast, churning waters of the Red Sea and the vengeful army of Pharaoh, cried out in despair. But Musa's faith was absolute. He raised his staff, and by the command of Allah, the sea parted, creating a path of dry land through its center. The Israelites walked across to safety, but Pharaoh, in his final act of arrogant defiance, commanded his army to follow them. As the last of the Israelites reached the other side, the command came, and the sea collapsed back upon itself. In his final, desperate moments, drowning in the depths, Pharaoh tried to declare his faith, but it was too late. The story of Musa culminates in this powerful moment, the ultimate triumph of faith and divine intervention over the arrogance of power. It is a timeless lesson that Allah will always save the righteous, and that the end of all tyranny is just a matter of what? Conclusion. The story of Musa as-salam is the story of every soul's journey. It teaches us that no matter how powerful the forces of oppression or disbelief may seem, a single heart filled with sincere faith is more powerful. It is a story of patience through trials, unwavering trust in Allah's plan, and the ultimate triumph of truth. May the lessons of Prophet Musa as-salam life be a constant source of inspiration for us all. If this lecture provided you with a deeper appreciation for the story of Prophet Musa as-salam, please like this video to help share this message. Subscribe to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed for more profound insights, and remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next topic. What is the most inspiring lesson you've learned from the life of Prophet Musa as-salam? Share your reflections in the comments below. Your insights empower our growing community. Until next time, Allah be our guide.